Hey guys, came for 15, join with my co-host Red Wolf, and we are back with another episode review of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And man, this show continues to be really good. Um,
hmm
Never thought that three episodes in we already get into the tentacle porn and shit, but okay.
And at least it's not as graphic as most other animes we know.
SAO.
Please.
Um, yes. This was a kind of another chill episode with kind of a threat looming for the future.
hmm
But another chill episode, right? So we start the episode off with Koichi. He's in school. The school's talking about hero stuff and everything. And then this man, he goes home. You know, he's just going home to chillax, enjoy the rest of his day. I love how when he goes up to his building, which his little condo is on a actual building. I don't know how he got that, but okay. Um, it's like a little hut, really, realistically.
I've seen those kind of things before. It's a little more common than you think.
Okay, you said it, not me.
It's a
Anyways,
little more common than you think. But yeah.
I did like how he kind of uses his powers to get himself up to the top of the building. That was pretty dope.
hmm
And then this man walks in, and he's like, "I'm home." He's like, "Well, there's nobody actually here, so." And then he's like, "Who the hell is this old man?" And it's Knuckle Duster with no mask on.
Yeah. Cause up to that point we've only seen Knuckle Duster with his mask, and yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
can't blame the man. But what other dirty old man would he know?
Yes. And then he gets a knock on the door. This random girl with glasses comes in, and he's like, "Who the hell are you?" She walks in, and she does her hair and everything and her makeup, and it's Popstep.
Mm.
And Koichi's like, "Oh, so that's your normal
Oh,
look."
oh, yes. Your regular self seems, and then she goes, if you say boring, I will beat your ass.
Well, I thought she said she'll kill him.
Basically, it's the same thing.
I guess. But there's two different things. Anyways, we see that Popstep is a nerd. I guess you or has a nerd design.
Or yeah, like introverted schoolgirl design. I don't know how you
Yeah,
want
and
to.
then she's more extroverted when she gets out. Well, this is her true self. Hey, it's funny. So it's nice to see that she's kind of a nerd girl, and honestly, it's actually a nice kind of like alter ego type of thing for her, because people won't be able to tell like, oh, that's Pop Step. Nope. But when she does the pictures, he's like, oh, it's you, Pop, and essentially, you find it looks like she goes to a high school. She's probably a senior in high school. You have Knuckle Duster. Apparently, he has a job because he said because Koichi is like, I thought patrol was supposed to be later tonight. He's like, yeah, but I got off my job early, so I thought I'd just come in and chill.
It makes you wonder what exactly does it work for? Exactly does it work aside from crime stopping?
I don't know. The only thing I could guess is he has a desk job.
Hmm. It's hard for me to picture him doing the.
But you never know. He came back home chilling. He also broke through like Koichi's window just to get in. So there's
Yeah,
that.
excessive.
Anyways, you also get this interesting argument. Like, legitimately, this man Koichi lost his home because these two, Knuckle Duster and Pops legitimately have like a break off line. Like, she has these curtains installed. She's like, "Don't nobody start peeking in while I'm changing." And Koichi's like, "Why would I? I want to do that." And then her and Knuckle Duster were arguing about which side is which, and I'm just like, they legitimately stole this man's home. And
Yeah, and then eventually he starts going, well, I have to go to my part-time job, and they just go like, well, good luck, dude. He goes, so you two are staying here?
they basically just live with him. Now, if I were Koichi, I'd be like, well, you guys can stay unless you're paying rent.
Hmm.
So that's the thing. Anyways, Popstep has her little concert performance on the side of the street. She got her fanboys and everything. We see Cyclops and Wolverine, dude. Apparently, I guess they were in the fan base as well.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, we established that when they recognized Pop Step that in the last episode. I think it was the last episode. I don't remember. Yeah.
But then you get the introduction of this interesting midget character.
Yeah, well, yeah, while everybody's celebrating Pop Step, he's looking up at Pop Step like he's mesmerized, like I want to go shake her hand and stuff. He tries to cut in line, but this dude suddenly punches him back and says, "No cutting, dude." And yeah, and this is when I don't know what you call him, Wolverine guy.
Cyclops.
Hmm?
Cyclops.
Cyclops, yeah, Cyclops guy, and in my opinion, he looks like Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But this one, they start to console him, and like I tell him like, especially hold back. And this is when we see Cyclops, like couldn't like hold it in, and he blasts a laser beam up into the sky, and Pops is like, "Oh, thank you for an splendid light show." This is when this Jotaro looking guy's like, holding back, huh? And
so, in the meantime, this midget boy, what is it, was just like, I just want to shake her hand so bad. I just want to do it. And
yeah,
we find out he has trigger on him, and he injects himself, and he turns into an eel. And he literally goes after Popstep because he wants to shake her hand. Popstep sees this, and she's like, "Ew, gross!" And she's running away. This man is like parading his slime all over the place, and is doing his best to try to grab Popstep's arms. Now, Koichi and Knuckle Duster show up, but they kind of have a bumpy fall.
a slip up, basically. Yeah, they try to grab a hold of this guy. Koichi tries to grab a hold of him. Knuckle Duster tries to punch him, but they both slip and they fall into the garbage bin. Garbage bags with Koichi at the bottom and Knuckle Duster falling on top of him.
I guess that's gonna be the new gag, huh?
Yeah, and eventually this eel guy gets led into into the alleyways, and here we have Popstep like, "Hey, I led you over here so we can have some time alone and stuff." But little did we know, we have a flashback of her like having a talk with Koichi, like apparently he just wants to hold your hand. So if you do that, then yeah. And this little gag of Knuckles is going, "How will you let him have some cheek while you're at it?" And then Pops is like, "Stuff like this are the reason why I want to kill you, old man." I can't believe you said that.
That man was wild for saying that.
That was wild.
That man was wild for saying that. Ain't no way you telling a high school girl that shit, bro. Ain't no way he's saying that. So we flash forward, and she's like, "I heard you just want to shake my hand," and he's like, "Yes, I do." So she's shaking his hand, and he's just overjoyed. The fact that he shook her hand.
I'm a good idol. I'm a good idol.
And he's just like, "Oh man, I'm never gonna watch this again." And he's like, but this isn't enough. I want to kiss you.
Yeah, and then when she gets freaked out, then all of a sudden they some powder falls on top of them. And yeah, now the eel guy is all dry and punchable, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And this is when Knuckles comes in and beats the hell out of him.
Yeah, pretty brutally. Poor guy didn't need it, but kind of wild. Man was legitimately. He shook her hand. He was like, "I shook her hand. Maybe I can give her a kiss." No, man. That's not how you do things. Just because you shake hands with women doesn't mean you can kiss them. So I think he didn't get the memo, but he ended up getting arrested, but then ended up getting kicked out or bailed out because he just kind of a kid, right? But we do cut over to Sukauchi. He does talk about people who have been getting trigger, right? And
Hmm.
everything, but it's kind of a new talk detail. So we cut over to the back of the episode. I guess in a weird way, Koichi and Popstep went out on a date, and I'm using that in quotation marks. Um, because she had to go. I think what she had to do, go get some makeup or something. She had to go get something, right?
Hmm.
And she's kind of got her Popstep, things and everything, or her Popstep.
Well, yeah, it started off with a conversation like they were planning to like have a meet and greet with the other two Popstep fanboys,
Mm-hmm.
and they decided not to tell Knuckle Duster about it
Yeah.
because they know if they bring Knuckle Duster that he's just gonna beat up everybody and stuff. And Coach, you have a point. And yes, this is when they start walking, and Popster like, "Hey, wait for me! Slow down!" And Koichi's go like, "What? But it's just normal speed." And Popster makes a mention. Well, I use my quirk to get around, so I can't really walk very fast. And yeah, and this is when Koji goes, well, I can't have you tripping, so here." And this is when Popstep hesitantly grabs hold of his arm, and yeah, they walk around like that for a bit, and Popstep was like, if people see us like this, they're gonna get the wrong idea and stuff. And she goes, hopefully nobody recognizes me. And then this is when they hear the girl going screaming like, it's Popstep. You want to take it from here?
Yeah, so we see these three girls who know that it's Popstep, and they're like, "Oh, it's Popstep." And they're like, "Wait, is that your boyfriend? Wait a second, that's Nice Guy." Um, and they're thinking like they're an item, and she's like, "No, no, no, we're not an item. We just friends. We're acquaintances. We just know of each other, and everything." And Koichi kind of gives a backhanded, I guess you could say a backhanded comment, saying like, "Well, it's not like we would be an item." And
Yeah, yeah,
Popstep's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Wait, so you trying to say that I'm not good enough to date you?"
He's like, no, 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 that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before like, that's never gonna happen. Like, what are you saying? What do you mean by that?
I I think it's clear. I think it's clear these two are clearly being shipped together.
Let's not speak too soon, man.
Well, I'm gonna speak too soon. I already know. The moment I saw Deku no Chaco together, I'm like, yeah, they're being shipped together. I already see it here with Popstep and Koichi. Go on, Koichi, get your girl.
I don't think that's good. I don't think they're gonna be shipped together. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. This is this depending of when I actually starts feeling flustered, truly flustered over the other. Right now, Pop Stuff is being flustered because she's doing it with a boy. But nah, I don't really see that happening. I think it's just a situational thing.
But
I
anyway,
don't, not yet, anyways.
you see this one girl who's got are doing her best Chinubio type of look, right? Because she's got an eye patch. And basically she's like, "Is it okay if I get a picture of you? I'm your biggest fan and everything." And Bob's was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, we can have a picture." So she takes a picture with this girl and everything, and then it's like, "All right," they go on. And they do meet up with the two dudes, but then of course, Knuckle Duster is within the vicinity. Of course, and it's kind of like, well, it's a lose-lose situation, right?
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, you do cut back to the girl, and she's happy about getting the photo with Popstep, but then she's like,
He- Yeah, this is when we start seeing a a little insect fly towards her and under her eye patch. At first when I first watched the episode, I thought for some reason she did not see the insect, and I thought that insect was going to inject her with something, but no, she just goes, I have to go to work, and it just she leaves her friends behind just to reveal that she's a part-time villain.
Yes. A girl in, I guess, in high school.
I
A
did not
part-time
see,
villain.
I did not see that coming.
So she basically unleashes her bees on a bunch of people, right? And it makes people's quirks go absolutely crazy, and she more than likely is injecting them with trigger. And these breakouts are happening, but when it looks like shit's gonna get crazy, and it might be too much for Koichi, Knuckle Duster, and Popstep, the heroes arrive. All the pro
Mhm.
heroes. We see Endeavor show up. We see Midnight. We see Aizawa. We see a few other heroes we saw from the main series. I think we saw Best Genus in there.
Yes, we did.
Ingenium, Ida's brother. Because remember, takes place before, so Ida's brother would still be a hero before he obviously got attacked by Hero Killer Stain.
President, don't forget President Mike.
Yep, President Mike was there. Basically, some of the heroes that we obviously seen in the main series. Here, basically, I guess you can say some of them in their prime right now of their
Yeah.
hero stuff.
And also Texas Smash.
Yes, All Might shows up as well, and that's kind of it and everything. So it's a nice, like, cool moment to be like, oh yeah, 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 they're all
Yeah.
sort of together,
Yep.
yay!
And yeah, Koichi's seeing this like, my, this is so cool. And this is when he looks around going, where'd Master go? And yeah, and this is where we cut to Knuckle Duster uh running up to the Jotaro guy and holding him up by the shirt like, do you know who's responsible for this B quirk? And then he goes, no. And then he crushes the bee with his hand. And this is when we cut over to the girl who was like, ugh, I don't like that you're hurting my girls. Yeah, we see her bleed out, and this goes to show that they are unaware of what's gonna come up, and neither are we apparently. So they're foreshadowing a huge event coming up soon. And it's centered around this high school girl, and I don't know if she's like the main antagonist or the main the main one who's responsible for all these trigger incidents, or if she's working under somebody even higher than that.
I guess we'll see, but they made it seem like it's going to be a big freaking blow up. So, yes, but overall, solid episode of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. The good thing is about reviewing this, we got a new episode tomorrow. So, hopefully, we'll be back by tomorrow to review that. So, there you go. Anyways, that's basically all what we got to say for this week or this past week's episode of My Hero. You guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts. Hit that subscribe when you want to get more My Hero content or any other anime or video game content I upload to my channel.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I forgot to mention in the last time we reviewed, but I finally uploaded the Ultimate Rage video that I've had so much trouble editing up to this point. I don't care what your opinion is on Code Vein. If you like it or dislike it, I don't care. I say just give it a watch. I put a lot of work into it, and I hope it's worthwhile. I'm speaking to a certain somebody here, but yes. All I say, it took 4 years off my life.
I apologize for the inconvenience.
Just end the video.
Anyways, we're gonna go out here. Catch you guys in the next video. Until then, guys, stay safe up there. Peace.
Peace.